am a sculptor of stained glass. Generally, stained glass pieces are two-dimensional, but I like to try to make mine three-dimensional through using geometrical shapes and different angles to solder together the pieces of glass. Some of the projects that I have made include planters. That is where I started, like terrariums for air plants. And I did this as a means of learning because there are already many patterns out there to make terrariums such as these. But soldering, you have to learn how to make the bead of lead very fluid and get rid of all the waves. And so that is something that working on these pieces taught me. And beyond that, I took my skills to try to apply them to the fine arts, which is what I'm interested in as well. So I collected places that were important to me, and using GPS locations, I recreated the maps of these places. So you have the house that my husband and I first lived in, and you have our very first date. And this is when I had made these when I was just first married, and so then my relationship was at the forefront of my mind. So all of these have to do specifically with the relationship. In addition, I have these reliquaries that are representative of the people who mean the most to me, and I obviously have a fear of losing them, and so I have collected their hair and nails and put them inside of these terrariums, just in case, DNA replication ever gets better, then we can use them to bring back these people that I love if anything should ever happen. And additionally, I like to explore the liminal space between functionality and art, and when something is functional and can it be turned into art. So these pieces here are again planters, but by lining them up and putting them in a grid shape, I have raised them from being purely functional to being artistic as well. I would love to progress in my craft as a stained glass artist. I have many more ideas for how I would want to sculpt in the future and things I would want to sculpt with them. I would love to get better at making bigger art projects with stained glass and learning how to support them so that they don't cave in. That's my most recent line of inquiry. Thank you so much for letting me apply for this scholarship.